Well, welcome everybody. We appreciate you coming in to Workshop Wednesday today. It's hard to believe that it's that time of year again, or that time of month again, I guess, in regards to it already being Workshop Wednesday again. So they seem to roll around pretty quickly. But we're really excited to have you here today, and the topic is very exciting to me, especially since I was a client of the system and a user of the system before coming on board to Agile Fleet, because this is something that would have been so helpful to me as a client. So I am super, super excited that we are going to talk today about an intro to FCDrive, which is our new FleetCommander knowledge-based resource. So before we get going today, I just wanted to remind you that Workshop Wednesday is Agile's monthly knowledge series. It is always the third Wednesday of the month at 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We love your feedback for topics. I would love to know exactly what's on your mind and what you would like me to teach about in the coming months. So please feel free to reach out for me on that today. You'll also have a QR code at the end of the presentation today that you can fill out, and we always appreciate you filling out that feedback because that really helps us to be able to improve the product and to be able to improve our offerings to you. Also, this webinar is being recorded, so just to let you know, it is recorded and it will be available to you. Typically, it's sent in 1 to 2 business days, but due to some vacation time with our staff, it will be sent out next Monday or Tuesday. So just to let you know, there will be a slight delay on sending out the video and the PowerPoint this month, but we will definitely get it to you. So next, we're going to talk about asking questions. As you know, it's very important to me that everyone asks their questions because that is how it's more helpful, right? So with that, please ask questions in the chat. So you will click on the chat and that will bring up the conversation to show. And then you'll type your question and please tell us your first name and the name of your organization, because when I look at the chat, it does not tell me your name. And so it's also, very helpful if I need to follow up with you on anything that you put your name and where you're from there, so I can help you with that. So today's agenda is going to be the FCDrive test drive, and Phelps Rogove is going to be taking us through that. And he's also going to introduce you to some Jumpstart Micro-Learning Video Series that his staff has put together. And then we're going to talk about, tools for your fleet toolbox. We also have the user conference coming through soon, and there's a few spots left in that, so you want to make sure and get signed up for that. And so we're going to go through all kinds of good stuff today. So right now, what I would like to do is I would like to turn it over to Phelps Rogove, and he is going to take us through the new knowledge-based resource. And again, please ask questions in the chat if you have any as they come up, and I will be back after a bit.
Thanks, Kathy. So as Kathy mentioned, we wanted to take everybody through. We're introducing our new knowledge base, which we call FCDrive. So it's going to house a lot of information that we think all of our clients are going to benefit from. And, kind of how we decided to do this, I'm sure with other organizations that you've worked with, we wanted to drive people to more of a self-service support option. So we're always here. Obviously, a lot of you have worked with our support staff, calling in or emailing FC support, but a lot of times people want to go and just try to find the information themselves. So we heard a lot of that feedback, especially at the FleetCommander user conference. So we've been working hard to kind of put together this FCDrive so that you can go in there and kind of, look around, see if you can, kind of solve your support issues or get more information. And we wanted to make one kind of searchable repository for that support information. And the other benefit is it's available 24/7. So you can go in there anytime, and there's no password protection or login that's required, so you don't have to worry about losing that. Also, if you have new staff, you can kind of drive them to the FCDrive resource as well. So there's some of the benefits that we were looking to drive towards as we kind of work through that. So along with that, we also, just not having a repository, but what we found is a lot of people learn really well from videos. So we came up with a video series that we're calling our Jumpstart videos, which are micro-learning videos. I'll talk a little bit more about that. And just adding more subject expert articles to the knowledge base. We're also the product manuals that some of you are familiar with. We've taken them off of the support portal, move them also onto the FCDrive interface so that you can access them there. And we're going to continue to drive more content. So working with probably Kathy and Todd, some of this Workshop Wednesday material that you're used to, making that available as well. So it's kind of one repository for you to go to learn more about FleetCommander and helping to resolve support issues. So the Jumpstart video series, I'll show one of these here a little later, but the idea here is that people learn really well from videos. We had a couple of our team members go through virtual training with the Bob Pike group, so they actually got certified, and one of the things that they found with the Bob Pike group is that these micro-learning videos are very effective. So they're typically 7 minutes or less, and most of the videos that we've created to date are anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes. So we try to get really into the topic, keep it brief, and get the message across so that you can solve your issue or gain knowledge in that area. And then what we try to do is we just took frequently support questions that we've got, and that's how we kind of started with our initial group of video series that we did. So we plan on adding to these, but there's about 25 to get started. And the topics kind of range from, support with key boxes to setting up and navigating through the maintenance module. Also things to do with users, buffers, configuration settings within the application that may be causing you problems, and just how to set up, different filtering and, pages within FleetCommander. So this is kind of a look at our first grouping that we're going to do, and we're going to continue to add through this, but these are the kind of the topics that we've started with. So with that said, I want to kind of take you through just kind of a demo of the site to help. It's very easy to navigate, which you'll find, and we'll send out the site URL as well, but it's just FCDrive at agilefleet.com. So let me go ahead and bring over the website. Okay. And as you can see, we've kind of, what we decided here is we broke this up into 3 kind of main sections. We've got FleetCommander here, which is articles regarding the software. We then have a section on hardware. Okay, so this is covering kind of key control. Also, there's some GPS information in there as well. And then we have a section specifically for our Jumpstart videos. Okay, so that's kind of the 3 main sections. So you can kind of click on each of these sections. If I click on FleetCommander, you can see, it's going to kind of list all the articles. We've got different subsections that we have here. So you can see like users, vehicles, reservations, layouts, site settings, enterprise settings, reports, and tools. Okay. So you can click on any of those to get down to the information that you're looking for. You can also go in here and just where it says ask a question. This works very similar to in FleetCommander when you're looking something up. If you just start typing in a topic, if I start typing in user, you can see here that it'll return a bunch of records that match user. Okay. and then you can just click on the article that you want. So I'm just going to click on this one here that says how to set up a user for checkout and grab and go at the kiosk. And what you'll see within the article is we give kind of the detail step-by-step instructions on how to do that with screenshots. Okay. All right. And whatever topic that you click on, you know, over here on the right-hand side will be some other related articles that may benefit you. Okay. So these are all kind of indexed so that we're helping guide you to other content that may assist in what you're looking for. You can also see kind of trending articles as well. So what some of the, you know, more clicked on articles are happening as well. So you can kind of see that there. So like I said, kind of the same thing for hardware here. If I click on that, we break this down into 3 main sections. We've got keybox articles, articles on the kiosks, and then for any clients that are GPS Insight customers or have purchased GPS Insight through us, we actually link, and we've got a link directly to their knowledge base as well. So if you ever need to get into there, more articles about installs, how to run reports, access their information, you can go directly to their site, but we also have it linked in here as well. Okay, the topics can also be here in the drop down as well. So several different ways to get to what you're looking for, just like within FleetCommander. And then we have the manuals. So the manuals that you are accustomed to kind of seeing on the support.agilefleet.com site are now actually accessible here as well on the main site. These will be getting updated as we go along and continue with the content on FCDrive. But currently, if you want to download any of the manuals here, you can do that. I will say that there is the only thing that's password protected within FCDrive is the actual manuals. So there'll be a password that you'll need to access these, and you can just contact our support group at fcsupport@agilefleet.com or by calling the main number and hitting extension 2. So that contact information is right here, which you can see. Okay. So as I mentioned, that's kind of the articles that are there. I mentioned earlier about the Jumpstart videos. So this was something that, like we said, we wanted to take it kind of more out of just text and actually showing people how to do things. So that's where the Jumpstart kind of came in, and we thought this would be really effective. We see a lot of turnover in Fleet, and as new people come on, you know, they're constantly saying, hey, I kind of don't know where to start. I've got questions. So what we wanted to do is kind of come up with these videos to help people accomplish what they're trying to do. So we've got a few here, and as I mentioned, we're working up to 25 that should be out here over the next few weeks, and we're going to continue to add to that. But you can see here, you know, some of the different topics that we have. You can also search on these as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a sample one of these. So we're going to click on cloning a vehicle. Okay. And you can see here that the video is embedded. Now, some of these actually we will have, I think we have this for the how to do a soft reboot on the keybox. Actually, I think it's the hard reboot. There's some that actually have, if there was already an article on it that had kind of step-by-step instructions, we put the video at the top. So you'll see kind of a combination there, each one. All right, so I'm just going to go back here once again and take a look at the cloning a vehicle. And let me know if you can't hear this for any reason.
An easy way to enter additional assets into FleetCommander is with the Clone Vehicle function. Cloning vehicles allows you to use common attributes and configurations from an existing asset profile to help create a new yet similar vehicle profile. To clone a vehicle, go to Manage, Vehicles, and search for a suitable asset to copy. FleetCommander's default and filter options can help direct your search to an appropriate vehicle. And when you have a moment, make sure to watch our Jumpstart video on defaults and filters, where you can learn more about their importance and functionality within the application. Once you determine a vehicle to clone, click on its Edit button, identified with the pencil icon, and then the Clone Vehicle Action button. Vehicle attributes like year, color, make and model, site, location, vehicle type, and maximum occupants will automatically populate from the original profile you selected, as well as essential FleetCommander configurations like access groups and usage types. The 3 vehicle assignment settings, eligible for manual assign, eligible for auto assign, and eligible for automatic approval, are also cloned. Update these and other fields as they apply to the new asset. Pay particular attention to the acquisition value. Make sure to not use commas in this field. Once you complete your desired changes, click Save to lock in the settings. If a vehicle field is left blank, a pop-up window will appear notifying you of the error. Fill in the missing information and again click Save. Duplicating a vehicle name will prompt a similar message. FleetCommander requires a unique identifier for every asset, regardless of the vehicle's status. Duplicated names are not allowed within the system, even on vehicles that are no longer active in FleetCommander. So if you get this error message, the vehicle name you entered might be tied to a deleted vehicle. Once your changes are saved successfully, you can continue creating additional asset profiles by cloning the vehicle profile you just created, or by going back to the Manage Vehicles and finding a different vehicle to copy. When you're ready to exit Manage Vehicles, navigate to the dashboard or any other menu option to move to your next task. For additional information regarding this and other FleetCommander topics, check out FCDrive, Agile's knowledge-based resource. And direct assistance is always available from our dedicated Agile Fleet team by contacting FC Support via email or phone.
So please feel free to go in there, watch the videos. We always, as we mentioned, we're going to have at least 25 that we're going to be adding in there here over the next couple weeks. And if there's any topics that you'd like to see discussed, you can share those with Kathy or our support group, and we can definitely put those in our list to things that we can add as well. Okay, so just a couple other things as far as where we're headed with kind of support sites. Up until this point, we've had just the support site itself, where you would go in and kind of get your manuals, you would get your software installs. We're migrating everything as far as content from that support site over to FCDrive. So that's where you'll go for your documents, videos. And as I mentioned, there's no logins that are required for FCDrive. The only thing that you'll need a password for is the manuals. The support.agilefleet.com will remain, especially if there's any self-hosted customers on the line. That's where you'll still continue to go to get your software version, your updates, install packages. That will continue to require a username and password. Okay, so that's where you'll go for that.
Phelps, we do have one question. Will the videos
Sure.
be downloadable at any point?
Downloadable. That's a good question. Yeah, I believe that you can share. They're just YouTube. They're in YouTube, so you should be able to share the links. So yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So yeah, so I recommend people, this is the website, you can go there, fcdrive.agilefleet.com. Our hope is in the future, as we make some changes to the application, to actually get FCDrive into FleetCommander, so that that'll be there on the help link. But for now, this is actually outside of the system, so you will just need to put this in a URL to open up. So, you know, that kind of takes us through FCDrive, the Jumpstart videos, and the changes that we made. Are there any questions on anything that we covered?
My apologies for the technical difficulties here. Any questions anybody else has so far on the FCDrive? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, but Phelps is still going to be here with us, and we're going to go through a couple more things. Awesome, wonderful, great addition. Yes, I really want to give kudos to Phelps' team. They have worked so hard on this, and when they presented it to the staff, it was just it was amazing. It has been a long time coming, and really a wonderful addition. So easy to search and so forth when I've been able to play with it. So thank you so much, Phelps, to you and your team for doing that. And I know they have more videos and so forth coming soon. I did put a question in the chat as well for all of you too. You know, what topics would you like to see in the database? Is there something specific that you would like to see? So with that, there's a lot of other great stuff, you know, going on at Agile Fleet right now. And first and foremost, we want to thank you. Thank you for your support. This is our Agile Fleet team. A couple of our newest team members are not on there yet, but we will be meeting in person in Chantilly in October. So we'll get a new picture of everybody. But this is all the smiling faces behind the scenes that are helping you. I'm very blessed, and Todd is very blessed that we get to actually go out and see you clients and visit with you and so forth. But this is the team. It's not possible without these folks behind the scene. So these are the folks working diligently every day, making sure that they're updating code and so forth, and making sure that marketing is happening and so forth. So just kudos to the whole team. And they really are dedicated people that want to help you and want to make a difference. So let's talk about a couple other things that are going on right now. So we are encouraging time for a tune-up, right? You always do oil changes on your cars to keep them in tip-top shape. Your home computers and stuff, you're doing upgrades and so forth. And is it time for a tune-up on your kiosks or your key boxes? So if your kiosks are 4 years or older, you might want to consider upgrading. And upgrading would give you improved performance and responsiveness, enhanced security, and improved supportability with replacement kiosk. And those can be shipped, you know, same or next day. And so that is something that if you would like to talk about any kiosks that you've had for quite a while and might want to get it replaced, you know, sometimes summer's a good time to do that. Because sometimes businesses are a little bit slower in the summer before everybody gets back from vacation. So if there's any tune-ups that you need there, please reach out to Todd or I, and we would be more than happy to help you with that or walk you through that. Also, the .NET custom reports. So I just want to talk a little bit about that as well. So as many of you know, and we've talked to a lot of you, but the easiest way I can explain .NET is that just how Microsoft goes and does upgrades and stuff all the time. You know, you have Microsoft 7 and then 9 and 10, all that stuff. Code changes too, right? So a lot of FleetCommander was written in .ASP, as well as a lot of other programs in the world, in the fleet world, and other businesses as well. But that code is being sunset by Microsoft. So what that means to our clients is that we need to rewrite everything. And we've chosen to rewrite everything in .NET. We've spent the last 2 years rewriting everything in .NET and doing the upgrades. And with that, this will keep your system going for a good long time. The .NET that has happened for any custom reports, though, if you have not talked to your client success rep about that, that is something that you'll want to do. So what that means is any custom report that was specific to just your location or business, if you want to continue to use that report in the future or billing algorithm in the future and so forth, we do need to rewrite that to .NET code. So with that, client success has been actively reaching out to folks to help them understand what their options are and so forth. But if you have not been contacted yet, please take our sincere apologies, but feel free to reach out to us and we can help you with that. We want to make it as simple as possible for you, but we didn't charge any additional to rewrite the whole program, and everything was done behind the scenes, and we kept FleetCommander running, and everything is written there now in .NET, so it's good for years to come, except for any of these custom things. So again, just those things that were written specifically to you, we might need to take a look at. Well, we will need to take a look at if you want to continue to use those in the future. Command 2024 is bound to be the best user conference yet. So we are going to be in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's going to be Tuesday, October 1st through Thursday, October 3rd. I invite you to please scan that QR code and register now if you haven't registered, because we are limited in the number of people that we can have at the event. This is a great way to interact with other users of the system. We have a lot of staff that are available that are at the event. With that, we will be doing presentations. Some of you will be doing presentations. There is a new user event that you can do a training on Tuesday. There's a customer advisory board meeting on Tuesday. There's also a maintenance meeting on Tuesday and so forth, so you can get some education for some of your new users, because as Phelps talked about earlier, it seems like Fleet has a lot of turnover. So if you can get some of those new employees to this event, it's a very reasonable priced event that includes, a lot of the meals and so forth. And we have a lot of networking opportunities, and it's just a whole lot of fun. I know a lot of you have heard it from me before, but when I was there as a client and so forth, even though I'd used the system for a long time, I'm like, man, I wish the system could do this. And somebody in front of me said, it can, let me show you. And then he showed me, and then he said, but I wish it could do this. And I said, well, it can, let me show you. So just having that interaction with other users is so important. So I highly encourage you to scan or go to our website, or if you need a link to the website, in an email or something, I'm more than happy to send that to you, but just go ahead and make sure you can get there. So is your fleet running at full speed? That's what Todd and I are here to help you with. So our dedicated customer success team is ready to help you navigate through any custom integrations, explore the latest upgrades, and what we can do to elevate your fleet's efficiency and performance. So please feel free to contact your CS rep today and schedule an on-site business review if you haven't had one recently. And if there's anything specifically that you want to work on, some people like to talk about, different contests they can enter and where do they get that data. Some people want to talk about how they train their users. Some people want to talk about how they train their staff. So there's all kinds of different things that we would love to have you ask us, and we are here to help. We're here to be your cheerleader, your guide, your advocate, and make sure that you're taking your fleet to your next level. So that's the nice part, that you have us available for that. Todd, is there anything you'd like to add or say to the group as you've had your first month here now and you're settling in?
Yeah, I'm just this quiet face on this call. No, I'm really excited to get the opportunity to meet with everybody out in the field. So again, if you are one of our customers and you feel like you haven't heard from Agile Fleet for a while, send an email to Kathy or myself, and we'd love to visit with you. Again, like Kathy and Phelps both said, there's a lot of turnover in Fleet. There's a lot going on in Fleet right now, and so we may not have all the answers, but we can help point you in the right direction. Like Kathy and others, there's a lot of good people in the industry, and if we can't help you, we know some people that can. So I'm looking forward to getting the opportunity to meet with everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. And we're so happy to have you on board, Todd. You've been a wonderful addition. So quick question. Someone posted, who else is parking there, and would there be an option for them to park somewhere else? I do not know if that is about the user conference or if that is in a wrong chat. So if that is a question somebody wants answered in this group, will you please clarify that question for me? And thank you for whoever said having me come visit absolutely helped reshape how you manage your facility. So that is the wonderful part, right? Is talking and helping each other through what we all do. So Fleet is family and we help each other. So other resources that you have to help you succeed, agilefleet.com has the online resources. We have the fleet management blog. We have the workshop Wednesday. We have quarterly webinars. All of those are here to help you make your job easier. On Workshop Wednesdays, again, those are every third Wednesday of the month at 2 p.m. Eastern. Our next one will be August 21st at 2 p.m. Eastern. And with that, the topic will be coming soon. So with that, we will have the topic come out on Monday when we send you the rendering of today's presentation. If there is any topic that somebody really, really, really wants to learn about, feel free to ping me in the next 2 days. I'm just really looking for some feedback as to what is next that you guys would really like to learn about. So it's only beneficial, if you're learning something and I'm helping you. So any feedback is appreciated. Our YouTube channel. So you can go to Agile FleetCommander, check out our YouTube channel and see what you missed. All kinds of different videos there. This is also a good place if you have new staff that you can have them go and learn about some of the different things. I was recently in California at a client's and I was asking them about some things and if they wanted to have some pointers about certain tips and tricks on a topic, and they're like, no, we've gone into YouTube and watched your Workshop Wednesdays, so we feel like we've got a good handle on that. So that's great. I'm glad these resources are helpful. But sharing your accomplishments. Hey, we've got a lot of people around this call, and a lot of you are doing a lot of amazing things. So feel free, reach out. I would love to know your story, and we would love to highlight your story if that's something that you can share. We do know there's marketing rules and so forth that you can't always share, but we would absolutely love to work with our marketing department and talk about your story and tell your story and help you in any way we can. We can do PowerPoint presentation slides for you if you have a big meeting coming up and you need to sell somebody on a certain product. We can talk about your accomplishments. We can tell you how to look at your data to be able to tell your story and the savings that you have by implementing the program and doing right sizing. So we have a whole team of people here to help you do that. So please reach out if you want anything for that. So here is the portal for the support manuals, which is still on here at support.agilefleet.com, but now it will be at FCDrive. And I'm super excited because it's so much more interactive now than just going to this other resource where you had to do a control find and look for a keyword. So I think you're going to be super happy with this new system. And like I said, I can't say enough how proud I am of Phelps' team for doing that. Also, if you didn't know, we are on social media, so please feel free to share, Agile Fleet with your friends and colleagues, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, X, all that good stuff. and help us make Workshop Wednesday better. So I really value your feedback. When you take your smartphone and fill out the brief survey, I hope you can rate us, a 9 or a 10. But if for any reason you can't, I really need to know what Todd and I and our team can do to make it better for you, because we really want to make sure we're providing you all the tools you need to make sure that you're successful and your job is being handled easier. We want to make sure that your fleet runs itself, basically. So let us help you do that. Any questions?
Kathy, it looked like we did get a new question there.
It does, yes. Separate from FCDrive, but cloning vehicles in the demo of the Jumpstart videos raised, we noticed in our deleted vehicles that it dropped all the LPs, so not searchable from that aspect. Thoughts, Phelps?
Yeah, so just to follow up on that, what's referenced as far as what do we mean by LPs?
License plate.
License
Okay.
plate. Okay. Yeah, so so this is when you're cloning the vehicle or when you're deleting the vehicle? Because typically deleting the vehicle. Okay, all the LPs drop. Yeah, that's typically so that if you need to reuse the license plate, that's typically why that's dropped. So if you need to search on that license plate in the future, you would just need to, I believe, just add it back in and save it. So you should be able to still save it to the deleted record.
Awesome. Thank you, Phelps. And thank you for asking that question. Yeah, I'm one of those former customers that reuse the license plates.
It happens more than you expect.
That's right.
Sure.
But then I added the year at the end of the license plate. The last 2 digits were always the year. Any other questions? You guys are kind of quiet today. Like, is it summer or what? That's okay, though. You're just in awe at that you got to see Phelps and that you got to spend time with him too. Okay, makes sense. Just wanted to know if you did something wrong, and no, you didn't. All right. Any other questions? If not, today we are going to give you a little bit of time back. We can stay on if anybody has questions, but if not, we are at the end of our presentation today. It's not as long as usual. So you can have 20 minutes back in your day, and we will not tell your bosses.
I'm telling your boss, Kathy.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to be the only one in trouble. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any additional questions. So thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the Agile Fleet family. And we look forward to seeing you next month. And for any of you going on vacation, it's vacation season and so forth. Have a fun, safe vacation. And please make sure that you have a great time and enjoy your family. So we do have one more question. John from Villanova, can you email me the password to download the manuals in FCDrive? So Phelps, on the password.
Yeah, if you, John, if you wouldn't mind, just drop a quick email to fcsupport@agilefleet.com and they can get that right out to you. Okay, great. I'll just drop that in the chat here as well, just so if anybody doesn't have it.
Because they're going to use that same one, right?
Yep.
Perfect. And if you need other team members on your team that haven't had the password in the past, so say technicians or something like that, if you want them to have access and they haven't had access in the past, we can get them signed up through FC support as well.
Well, there'll actually be one password for the organization. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
so
Sorry.
it's not
I
like
misunderstood.
before where you had to create a username and password. Like we said, the whole FCDrive is searchable. It's only the manuals that do have a password. It's just a PDF document that's secured. So once you get that, you can share it amongst the rest of your team members.
Perfect. Thank you. Anyone else? There's still quite a few of you on the call. So are there any other questions? Thank you. You too. Have a great week. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.